Welcome to Victory Rogue. Each week I will draft a temporary team of Pokemon to try to climb the Pokemon Champion singles ladder. How far will I get? Tune in every Monday to find out. Sup Nerds, Free99 here, back with another episode of Victory Rogue. Let's just forget last week ever happened. This time though, we have a bit more of a polished team. Let's talk about it. Start off, we've got Ninetales. It's got Drought, so when it gets summoned onto the field, it does get the sun up. It's got a modest nature, max special attack, max speed, really good in terms of DPS. Unfortunately, our only attacking move is Flamethrower. Well, traditional attacking move. We also have Pain Split to, if you've never used it before, it takes our health, the opponent's health, totals them together, and then divides it in half and splits it between the opponent Pokemon. So let's say we're down to 50 health, our opponent has 150 health. If we activate Pain Split, the HPs would combine 200, get cut in half 100. We would essentially heal for 50, and our opponent would take 50 damage, air quotes. It's not bad. It's never going to kill anything, but it is there in case we run into, say, a water type. Calm Mind is really nice if we're fighting a special attacker that we know we can outspeed. Something like a Vaporeon, in a sense. They could, we could put up a Calm Mind, increase our special defense, they attack us with something like Surf. Don't take as much of a beating, Calm Mind again, we take less damage, and then maybe Pain Split to deal a bit of damage to them and heal some of ours, and then do piss poor damage with Flamethrower. That's, a strategy that we could do. Safeguard is there, we could activate that to prevent our team from being statused for 5 turns. It's kind of like anti-status, whereas Reflect is anti-physical damage and Light Screen is anti-special damage. We're gonna skip down to Victory Bell here. They're part of our Drought team. As you can see, they have Chlorophyll. They do have a plus attack, physical attack nature, and then max attack, max speed. Chlorophyll will double our speed in the sun, which Ninetales will provide. And then the Miracle Seed, I want to say, is the held item. It'll boost up Power Whip's damage. We do also have Poison Powder to try and maybe if our opponent is, say, a Dragon type or something else that resists grass, we can try to poison them and deal a bit of damage that way. Grassy Glide is here. I don't have a way to set up the grassy terrain, so that's kind of pointless, but it is also 100% accuracy, whereas Power Whip is, I believe, 90%. Strength Sap is pretty fun. It'll decrease the opponent's attack by 1 stage and then heal us for a bit of health. So if we come across, say, a fighting type water Pokemon or something, we could Strength Sap while resisting their hit, making them hit less hard, and then us healing some damage. There's a play there that we can do with Strength Sap, especially since we're going first. We're practically going first, I should say. We're guaranteed to get the attack drop before our opponent can hit us, which is very useful. Our ace in the hole are either Rampardos. 217 attack is massive. It's also got increased speed in nature, and then max speed, max attack. So with the Choice Scarf, it's gonna be, what is it? Choice Scarf is 50%, so that's plus 60, 181 in speed, give or take. It's pretty fast, and then we're gonna lock it into something like Head Smash or Rock Slide in order to deal as much damage as we can to the opponent. If for whatever reason they resist Head Smash, Body Slam and Iron Head are there too. Maybe we run into like 2 fairy types and we can just Iron Head them to death, something like that. Our other ace in the hole, i.e. our third Pokemon, is a Meowstic. So fun fact, Meowstic did get a Mega Evolution in the ZA, Pokemon Legends ZA. Right now our ability is Prankster. That means we can get a Calm Mind or a Fake Tears up before our opponent is able to attack, which is really nice. Again, if we're facing, let's say, Mega Charizard Y, who's usually a special attacker, we can get a couple of Calm Minds off, tank a few Flamethrowers, and then when we Mega, we will actually get the ability Trace. I want to say it's Trace, which means we get to copy our opponent's ability and use it as our own. So maybe we can copy something like a Sturdy, and if we're at max health and we're about to die from a dark type attack, we'll live at 1 health. Or maybe we get something like, I don't know, maybe our opponent is doing a rain team and we can steal Rain Dish from a Mega Blastoise, something like that. That play is also there. Psychic is going to be our main damaging move. I believe it stays pure Psychic when it Mega Evolves. I'm not too familiar with it. I do know that it's Psychic type now, and it'll probably be at least part Psychic type when it evolves. Alluring Voice is there, so we can damage Dark types, which is really good because Fairies are strong against Dark type anyways. The other side of our team is Runerigus. It's got negative speed and then increased attack in terms of nature, and then max attack, max special defense. It's pretty bulky, 133 HP, over 150 defense, and then over 150 special defense. Just in case though, I did give them the Focus Sash, so they can survive a hit and get the Trick Room up. With 45 speed, we're basically going to go first in the Trick Room. And then we've got Earthquake and Shadow Claw, which is going to be our best physical attacks. Phantom Force is there in the last turn of Trick Room, where we could do Phantom Force. We'll probably go first because our opponent's going to be a lot faster than us. We'll go first, disappear, our opponent misses their attack, the dimension goes back to normal, and then because our opponent is now faster than us, since the dimensions are back, they'll attack first, miss a second time, and then we can hit them with a Phantom Force. That's kind of like a play that we could do. And then to back them up, we've got Steelix with 50 speed, again, super slow. It's got increased defense, negative special attack in terms of nature, max attack, max defense. Gyro Ball is an amazing move. It basically looks at our Pokemon speed and our opponent's Pokemon speed. And if our speed is significantly less than our opponent, we get to do significantly more damage to them. And because it doesn't matter which one of us really attacks, it's a great trick room move to be using. Earthquake is our other stab move. Breaking Swipe is there in case we fight a physical attacker. I believe Breaking Swipe does have a chance to lower physical attack. It also is a dragon move, which we are surely lacking in terms of type advantage with. And then Magnet Rise is there to make us levitate. It levitates all steel and electric type Pokemon on the field. We are susceptible to ground type moves, so I guess it's nice to have if we know we're gonna attack first and they send out something like a Garchomp, which we've seen quite a bit, as well as Hippowdon we've seen quite a bit. So that's a bit of like anti-ground type play that we could do. And yeah, that's it. Oh, they've also got the Quick Claw. Again, Gyro Ball doesn't look at who's attacking first, it looks at the speed stat itself. So then we could, you know, if Trick Room dies out fast, we could luck out with a Quick Claw activation. Gyro Ball Quick Claw lets us attack first. Gyro Ball does butt tons of damage because we're attacking something like a, what's a really fast Pokemon? Like a Mega Greninja or something. Yeah, that's about it for the team. Let's see just how good we do this time around. So this is the penultimate episode. There's 10 days left in this season, which means we get one more episode after this. And then we do get, I believe on season M3, there may be some shuffling of Pokemon. Some stuff get added to the pool, some stuff get taken off. So that's going to be fun to see. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but good luck, have fun anyways. A Dragapult, we haven't seen much of those. And Bellibolt. This looks like a pretty fast team, especially with Espathra. I feel like we should do the Trick Room with Runerigus Steelix. And then, what do we end it off with? Ramfardos? Is Rock really good? Not really. Because they do have a Rock type of their own, so I'm guessing Meowstic would be better here. Here we go, first match of the penultimate episode. Nice badges. Espathra lead. Okay, so they're probably gonna try to do the Calm Mind Trick Room Speed Boost strat. Unfortunately for them, we do have the counter. They're going for a Hypnosis. That's even crazier. I mean, here comes the Trick Room. If you have Speed Boost, that's actually gonna be bad for you. So now we're basically guaranteed to go first. Here comes the Shadow Claw. Is it a one-hit kill? 8%, that's so annoying. They're going for the Hypnosis again. It does miss a second time. That's really good for us. This is certainly gonna kill. There's no reason for them to switch out and let one of their Pokemon take damage. Although, if they did have Kangaskhan, it would have been the perfect switch out, which tells me they might not have Kangaskhan. We're communicating. They've got Garganacl. Is their Rock Salt slower than us? And we're gonna Earthquake to find out. We are slower than them, which is great. More than half health, that means we can two-turn them. How much health do they get? 58? I think we can still two-turn them. Salt Cure, that's gonna deal damage to us in between every turn. That's gonna be a little annoying. It's indirect damage. They might have Protect on them to try to stall a little bit more. I want to see... This is the last turn of Trick Room. So if they do Protect, we're just gonna waste our turn. I kind of want to do the Phantom Force play. They did not Protect, which is a little annoying. We disappear. What are they gonna do? They're gonna recover. They're gonna recover. That's a little annoying. Okay. Well, here comes the Salt Cure damage. Dimensions go back to normal. They do get to attack first. Whatever they do, it's not going to do anything. Because we are hidden and we are slower than them. We should have just gone for the Earthquake. You know, hindsight 2020. But they could have had Protect to stall out the Salt Cure a little bit more. They're going for the Rock Polish. Okay, okay. Rock Polish, Salt Cure, Recover. That's kind of nutty. We tapped them on the butt. It did 84... it did less than 20 damage, I should say. They're at 84% health. We're gonna go for another Trick Room here because we do know that they're faster than us. Like, that is guaranteed. They are guaranteed faster than us because they did Rock Polish as well. Here comes the Trick Room. So now the slower Pokemon gets to go first. Dimensions are all twisty-tidy. We're at half health now, just about. They might go for more damage. We're gonna go for the Earthquake. We're definitely gonna go for the Earthquake. They did have Protect. Okay, okay. So they can stall out the Trick Room a little bit. I think knowing that they have Protect, we should just go for Earthquake every single turn. I believe Protect does have like a 33% chance to maybe activate twice in a row. They heal for 50%. They go back to 73. They're probably going to Protect again. Because they're a Stolly set, I wouldn't have used... I wouldn't have gone with Citrus Berry as their health item. It would have been much better for them to use something like Leftovers. Just because there's been so many turns that have passed, they would have purely healed more from the Leftovers than the one trigger of what was I just saying? One trigger of Citrus Berry. My mind was farting there. Dimensions go back to normal. They're probably gonna recover again. We're gonna set up the Trick Room some more. Yeah, they go for the Recover because they knew they were going to go first. Fortunately for us, I believe Recover only has like 8 PP. So we're stalling them as much as they're stalling us. We might die before they do though. That's the only unfortunate part. But remember, we do still have a Steelix. They're going for the Protect. If we were smart, then maybe we could have swapped out for the Steelix here. But the problem is Salt Cure deals heavy damage to steel types. Also, they're not really that fast. Yes, they did rock polish, but double of 2 versus double of 102 are two very different numbers. We got them down to 40%. That's great for us. There they go with the recover. Still stalling it out. Still stalling it out. We're almost dead, but they should be almost out of PP. Can we actually see that? I wonder. Battle info. We don't get to see their attacks. That's a little unfortunate. I haven't really been counting, but if we're down to 5 out of 12, 5 out of 12 earthquakes, they should really be getting down to their last protects and earthquake. I believe it's only 8 max. Is this the last turn of Trick Room? It is the last turn of Trick Room again. We could stall it out a little bit more, but I think we should just go for the earthquake here. It's fine if we go second with the Steelix. Maybe we don't even do Steelix. We could also just go straight up for our Mega. Oh, we still got one more turn. That's nice of them. They could Salt Cure here, is the thing. We're just gonna click Trick Room in case they don't attack. They should attack. Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. Like, there's no reason for them to get out the Trick Room again. They should be critical hit when we're at no health. Steelix might be the play here. Just a Gyro Ball, or at least Earthquake them. But also, they have paper thin special defense. So maybe Meowstic isn't so bad. They're definitely gonna Salt Cure turn 1. So I feel like we should just Psychic. And then on the turn that they... Would they recover or would they... There goes the Psychic. We knew that they were gonna take it because they want to start the Salt Cure on us. I don't think they're gonna recover. I believe they're probably gonna protect, which means we should probably Calm Mind. If we're reading this right, we're gonna... Oh, they didn't recover! That's so annoying. We're trying to play 5D chess, they're just moving their pawn closer to a win. To getting promoted. So now they get a turn of Protect, which is the annoying bit. Do we go for the other Calm Mind is the question here. And I think we do. We're kind of throwing here. They're probably like, we didn't protect last... No, they're still gonna recover. Okay. Okay. Like, we can't stall anymore. We can't stall anymore. The Rock Polish. Oh, okay, that's different. I didn't expect that. Do they outspeed us now? I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna find out. They could protect here. Or maybe they're completely out. Maybe they're just out. There's the Salt. They did outspeed us. That's crazy. There goes the Psychic. It should kill. Garganagle's finally down. I don't know why we were playing mind games. This is Great Ball. We should have just taken it at face value, maybe. What is their last Pokemon here? Kangaskhan. So they could have swapped out at any point in time. We're going to Mega here and deal as much damage as we can with Psychic. They're probably gonna Mega. I don't know if they're gonna be faster than us though. The fact that we're getting our Mega Ring trigger first before them makes me think that maybe we're faster? Or maybe they don't have a Mega Stone? We're grabbing Scrappy, so that's cool. Oh, we don't get to steal Parental Bond is the issue. I don't even know if Parental Bond will even trigger. Maybe it's just like King Shield. Maybe it doesn't trigger because we're not an Aegislash. There's a Fake Out. That's a little annoying. We died to a Fake Out. We should have seen that coming in hindsight. So they are physical attackers. And we do have quite a bit of defense. We're gonna go for the Gyro Ball. Drain Punch is gonna be very annoying. So they do have a way to heal. I feel like we threw this. Again, hindsight 2020, I feel like we threw this. We could breaking swipe them to death. That is a strat. They will heal though, which is annoying. Like, maybe we should have started with the breaking swipe. This is so frustrating. We could have played against that Garganackle a little bit better, I think. Maybe if we gave up on the, what do you call it? On the Runerigus a lot sooner, then we might have been able to deal a bit more damage. I'm not entirely sure. They're gonna heal some more. We're not gonna survive the next hit. That's a little annoying. It was in the bag if we just, again, hindsight 2020. It was in the bag if we just double Earthquake. But the fact that they didn't protect right away made me think that maybe they didn't have protect. Maybe we'll get a trigger here and get Earthquake first. Who knows? Lucky things have happened before. Unfortunately, we're never that lucky. Our opponent, though, I still think back to this multiple times. I believe it was like a Sylveon that triggered 3 times in a row. Their Quick Claw. I wish we were that lucky. We never are. Alright, first battle, first loss. That took forever. I think the worst part is that took forever and we still end up with a loss. That was like 20 minutes, give or take. If I'm looking at my recording time right. SO... a bunch of numbers? Good luck, have fun, SO2E04? Sure? Sales order 2825? They have a Hippo down. Which is probably faster than our Ninetales, which tells me maybe we start off with a Runerigus? Runerigus, Steelix. And then, well... Victory Bell would go crazy though, is the thing. They have a way to do ice, they have a way to do sand. Problem is our Ninetales is probably faster. So I feel like maybe we should start off with a Victory Bell. Then Ninetales, then Mega Meowstic. And if we're right, and they put out something like a Vanillux first, then we can swap out into the Ninetales and get the Drought up. If, in case you didn't know, it's the slower Pokemon whose weather will be active, because the faster Pokemon will trigger their ability first, and then the slower Pokemon will trigger theirs second. There is the Vanillux, so they're probably going to spam Ice Beam or Blizzard. We've got a Ninetales up, or Ninetales up. We've got Victory Bell up. We can swap into the Ninetales, get the Sun up. A, Blizzard is going to be resisted because we're going to be Fire type. B, Blizzard won't be 100% accuracy since the Snow will not be up. So this is how you get around a slower Pokemon that sets up the... Again, we're never this lucky. They hit their Blizzard even though it's not snowing, which is very annoying. We're gonna Calm Mind here. They're probably gonna switch out. Saw that coming. At least we're gonna get some special defense up. We cannot harm the Hydreigon very much, and they're probably faster than us. At least we do have a bit of special defense. Here's where the Pain Split comes in handy. They are able to attack first. We do take a bit of damage. Unfortunately for them, we do get the heal off of it. So that's fun. I think we go for a Calm Mind here. We tank the Dragon Pulse pretty well, unless I'm terrible at math. Here's the Calm Mind. We should tank the next Dragon Pulse, and then we should be able to heal, get them down to less than half health, and then maybe take their Hydreigon out with a Flamethrower. Unless they crit. We are unlucky. We were lucky enough that we didn't crit, or they didn't crit. Hopefully this is enough. Sunlight faded, which is a little annoying. We're gonna go for the flamethrower here. Like, we have to, right? Or we could pain split one more time. There's no reason not to pain split, but they could crit. We're gonna go for the pain split. I don't know if we can do 34% damage, especially since the sun is gone. Here comes the pain split once more. 24% health. I think we risk it. I'm pretty sure we risk it. Or we know that they're gonna hit us with a dragon type move. There is a world where we go meow. No, there's no world where we go meow stick. We would just waste that. Yeah, we pray and hope the flamethrower kills. There goes the dragon pulse. It kills us? Did they finally crit? Or was I just not counting numbers right? That's disappointing. Very disappointing. I think we go meow stick and show them that we have a fairy type attack. We could also steal levitate from them, which isn't bad. It's a better move than stealing the blizzard from the Vanillux. At least we can be immune to earthquake. They're thinking, why do we have a psychic type out? I'm just hoping we outspeed. They could be choice scarfed and we just signed our death. No, they are choiced because they can't use a dark type move. That's fine. That's fine. Here comes an Aegis Slash. Okay, this is what I was talking about. I don't think we can copy stance change. So I don't know if we were able to copy the ability. Yeah, see, stance change didn't trigger for us to copy, which is the annoying bit. We have a problem here. I think we're gonna go for the fake tears. Maybe we can get a fake tears out and then get like a psychic out to deal some damage. Steel type just murders us is the annoying part. They're going to go for the poltergeist. We avoided the attack. That's pretty lucky. This is still not going to do a whole lot, but maybe they're going to go for the attack again. They're withdrawing Aegis Slash. Here comes the Hydreigon. I wish that was what we copied, but it wasn't. We did steal the levitate. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We'll take a levitate. They are choiced, which is the annoying part. We do know that they're choiced now, so they are going to outspeed us. I'm just hoping we take it. There's the Dark Pulse. We live with 1 health. We do not have Sturdy. We did not steal Sturdy. We flinched, though. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's an uphill battle from day one. Like, the most unluckiest person in the world trying to climb up with a bunch of RNG-based teams. I don't know what the heck I was thinking with this challenge. But we keep at it. We keep at it. Poison Powder could miss, but so can Power Whip. We're dead here. Like, the Dragon Pulse will probably kill us. Okay, we lived. That's cool. That's nice. There goes the Power Whip. Is it even gonna kill? Okay, 0%. We did damage there. We do stumble onto a win. Well, not a win. But we do stumble onto a kill every now and then. There is a world where we strength sap the Aegis Slash to death. I don't know if it's this world that we live in, but it is a world. We should heal quite a bit because most Aegis Slashes are physical attackers. Yeah, that's nice. That's cool. There's the stance change. They're gonna go for the Zen Headbutt. Oof, we live. I mean, we just suck some more, right? We just suck some more. Like, there's no reason to not suck some more. Do they have Sword Stance? That's the question here. They're thinking. So maybe they don't. Oh yeah, they still have the Vanillux. I forgot. That thing just chickened out like turn 1. Completely forgot that the Vanillux is like undamaged. Well, this is where we die because we're not gonna heal. Okay, we still healed to almost max. That's a thing. They're gonna hit us with a blizzard and we die though. We do get to attack first. That's nice. Neutral damage. 50% health. If we had a second turn, then we would totally kick the butt. But that is not the case. I completely forgot the Vanillix was still alive. It chickened out turn 1, and we haven't seen it since. Alright, GG's. Sales order 2825. It's not looking great. We are at Great Ball rank tier 2. And we may be here for the rest of the season. A little disappointing. Not a little, very disappointing. But it is what it is. Good luck, have fun. I don't know how to pronounce that. There's a team for you. They're probably gonna start with the Dolphin. They most certainly do. There's no reason to not start Ninetales. Victory Bell can at least last against the water type. We haven't used their Ampharos yet. But they do have a steel rock type, so I'm kind of hesitant to. At least Meowstic is neutral against bug poison. If they do start off with the Dolphin, then that means we can get off a free Calm Mind. Because the Dolphin will obviously switch out. Yep, there's the Palafin. I'm ready for the flip turn to deal 0 damage. We're gonna get a free Calm Mind out here. Oh, we get to go first. Neat. That's new. Or maybe they're not switching out. Maybe they're not speed invested. They're going for agility. They're gonna stay in? Really? Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. There's the Jet Punch. Doesn't really do a whole lot. I mean, in a way, we don't really have a way to deal damage to them. Here comes the Flamethrower. They're going for agility. They're already fast. I don't know why they agility again, and I don't know why they haven't swapped out. They're at 1 health. That was just a natural 1 health live. There's the Aqua Jet. You didn't need to do that because you were already faster? I feel like maybe there are bots in this game, and every single time you trigger 2 losses in a row, they give you like a freebie win. That way, people who aren't that great in competitive battling, you know, can still feel like they won. Maybe that's a thing? I'm not entirely sure. 25% health. Our sun is gone this turn, I believe. There goes the Dragon Pulse. They're definitely not Scarf because they're outspeeding us. Sunlight fainted. Fortunately for us, we do have +2 in special attack and special defense. They're gone. What's coming out? A Gengar? Okay. They're usually pretty fast. Maybe we can live and get a Pain Split off? No, we go first? That's interesting. Very interesting. We did about 25% health. Shadow Punch? We're back to under 50% health. I mean, we outspeed, so we might as well Flamethrower. And that's GG's. Critical, I don't think mattered. If there is like a failsafe where maybe Nintendo implemented it as like a gimme battle against a bot to make the people playing this game not feel so cruddy when they lose, when they're on a losing streak, that's kind of cool. Good job, Nintendo-ish. But that's also a little bit insulting if it is a bot and not like a 10-year-old kid. It could very well be like a 10-year-old. By the way, good luck, have fun. I don't know how to pronounce your name. They're probably gonna start... Ooh, that's gonna be annoying. How do we stop a belly drum Azumarill? With Trick Room, maybe? There is a world where we start off with the Trick Room team. Helix, and then they don't have anything that resists Ramfardos. Might as well try it out. See if Head Smash is all that it's cracked up to be. Does fighting resist rock? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. If it is a Mega Lopunny, then we're screwed. It's a Gengar lead. We are so screwed. Good thing we have Focus Sash. It's a very good thing that we have Focus Sash. Trick Room. Is it Mega Gengar? Did it just Mega right off the bat? There's the Shadow Ball. That's a big ouchie. Oh, we lived. Again, this is why I kind of wanted to put a Citrus Berry instead. Because Runerigus is pretty bulky. We're gonna attack first. Let's go for the Earthquake. Just because it deals more damage. They live with a Focus Sash. That's crazy. So they definitely have a... what do you call it? They missed the Icy Wind. They definitely have Destiny Bond. The only reason a Gengar would have Focus Sash is so they can outspeed and get a Destiny mod now. We're gonna go for the Shadow Claw here. Show them that we do have a Ghost type move. There's also the chance of them switching out into a Dragonite to predict our incoming Earthquake. Just to stall out the Trick Room a little bit more. It's an Umbreon? Okay, okay, I see you. We're gonna go for the Earthquake here. We're probably gonna die to whatever... Oh no, it's disabled! It's disabled! There's no way that we swap out. There is no world where we swap out. Unfortunately, they do resist that. What are you gonna do? Dark Pulse? Okay, okay. So it is a physical attacker. I believe we have 1 or 2 turns of Trick Room left. It does have leftovers, which leads me to believe that it's a Toxic Stall. Good thing for us that Steelix cannot be poisoned. It could have Foul Play, but we do have more defense than physical attack. Do we go for the Gyro Ball? I think we go for the Earthquake. Umbreon isn't fast in, or speedy in any shape or form. Yeah, it is a Toxic Stall. Fortunately for us, we can't be poisoned. So that's good. Twisted Dimensions go back to normal. Here's where all of our Quick Claw activations will trigger when it doesn't matter. Because they're just a stally Pokemon anyways. Dark Pulse is annoying. We might flinch here. We do get the Earthquake off. That's nice. They could have Wish. That's the worst part, is if they have Wish. Like, Protect Wish. Do we see just how much damage Gyro Ball does? No, I think we stick to the Earthquake. There's the Dark Pulse. Do we flinch? We do not flinch. Still no Quick Claw activations, by the way. Still absolutely 0 Quick Claw activations. If they do have Wish, this is where it's going to trigger. Because we're going to... Oh, we do get a Quick Claw activation. Hey, look at that. On the turn, that doesn't matter because none of the turns matter. 4% health. There's another Dark Pulse. We're at 5% health. Will it trigger one more time? Probably not. Yep, they're just Dark Pulsing us to death. Okay, so they have an unknown and a basically dead Umbreon. There's the leftovers healing. We do have Alluring... Oh, we don't have Alluring Voice. We just have a Ramfardos. I mean, we definitely outspeed them. Question is their last Pokemon a Dragonite, and can we survive an attack from a Dragonite? And I don't know if the answer is yes. We just go for the Head Smash. If we miss, we miss. Maybe they do have the Mega Lopunny in the back. Nope. There goes the Head Smash. They're at low health, so we shouldn't take that whole lot in recoil damage. Yeah, just a little bit. What is their last Pokemon? Is it a Dragonite? No, it's the Lopunny. So our only hope here is if like they go for a high jump kick and miss. There is a world where we go for Body Slam and maybe try to stun them. But, you know, if it was a Dragonite, we already have an issue trying to take out the multi-scale. There's the high jump kick. They did not miss. We're dead. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Today is not looking good. Today is not looking that well. GG's. GG's to my opponent, who I do not know how to pronounce. There goes our one clip. Let's continue. Let's continue. We still got a couple more battles into us. Good luck, have fun. Still don't know how to pronounce your name. We say it like it's somebody that we fought before. It's definitely a new person. They have 2 ground types and a steel fighting type, which means it's not going to be Rampardos. Hatterene is going to be very annoying if we set the Trick Room. They're usually pretty slow. Do we go Sun is the question here. The fact that they have a rock type, a ground type, their own fire type, makes me think we don't go Sun. Let's go Runerigus, let's go Steelix, let's go Meowstic. Again, good luck, have fun to you. There's the Charizard. Okay. Maybe they thought we would start with the Sun? We're gonna go for the Trick Room. We can hope that it's a Mega X, and then it loses the Flying type in favor of the Dragon type, and then that way we can Earthquake it to death. It is a Mega X! Okay, okay, so there's a world here where we kick their butts. That does exist. There goes the Dragon Claw. We tank it. We tank it very well. That was a crit and everything. Goodbye, Tough Claws. Oh yeah, Wandering Spirit. I don't think I said that when we were doing the team preview. So Wandering Spirit is just the exact same thing as Mummy, just with a different name. So now, because they hit us with a contact move, their ability turned into Wandering Spirit. And then, you know, if they did survive this and they did Dragon Claw to something like our Steelix's ability would turn into Wandering Spirit. And then because Gyro Ball does contact, whatever they summon out here, they could get Wandering Spirit too. And it was a Garchomp. So yeah, that's how Wandering Spirit and Mummy works. We just go for the Earthquake. They could have rough skin, so I don't want to use Shadow Claw. We don't want to make contact with them. But in a world, in some way, we kind of do. Because we want them to have Wandering Spirit. I mean, they're going to hit us anyways. So there is the Wandering Spirit getting transferred over. Does it not transfer over? Does Outrage not? I guess it doesn't deal contact damage. Interesting. So we got Steelix. And Steelix has Breaking Swipe. And Trick Room is still up. So we should win this exchange. We could also have taken a turn there to do Magnet Rise. If we weren't comfortable of, you know, them dying to our Breaking Swipe. Here comes a Lucario, which is perfect. They're a Steel type. So here comes Earthquake. We do still have one more turn with Trick Room. This is the last turn though. Unfortunately for us, if they do have like Drain Punch, we're kind of screwed. Here comes the Earthquake. Insta-kill. That was actually pretty easy. Okay. I guess that quick battle makes up for the slogfest that we had to deal with in the beginning. GG's. Whatever your name may be. There goes our little blip. A little bit more of the battle pass gets accomplished. I think we could do like 2 or 3 more. Although if we win against Shu, Good luck, have fun, Shu. I think we're just gonna end it with the 2 blips, because at least we can say that we made progress. 2 flying types is horrible. They do have Sandstorm, though. They have Sandstorm, and Ninetales doesn't have Solar Beam, so we're kind of gypped in that regards. If they do run the 2 flying types, there is a world where we run Rampardos here just because they're flying. Do we take it, though? A little bit. Like, what's Meowstic gonna do against Mega Starmie? Not really a whole lot. Maybe Rampardos can outspeed and head crash into it. Although Meowstic... Well, okay, usually Mega Starmie is physical because of huge power. They're very physically built, though. Like, if that's a Charizard X, then it's physical. Okay, no, Dragonite turns into special if they Mega. Yeah, maybe we go Meowstic? No, maybe not, because they have a Ghost type and a Dark type. Yeah, let's go Rampardos. Let's go Rampardos. Good luck, have fun, Shu, once more. Tyranitar lead. Okay. That's good for us, honestly. We should survive whatever Dark-type move they use, and then we can get the Trick Room up. And then we still have Earthquake against them. They could swap out here, thinking an Earthquake is coming, into one of their flying types. Nope, Bitter Malice. That's a brand new move. I'm not entirely sure what it does. Ooh, that's annoying. Here comes Trick Room, though. So we're not gonna insta-kill them, which means our Runarigus is most definitely gonna go down. Do they stay in, though? Maybe not. Oh, they have Shadow Sneak? You have access to Shadow Sneak? That's news to me. Crazy. I didn't even know that. I've never seen Shadow Sneak get used on a Tyranitar. That must be new. Luckily for us, we still have a Steelix. We're definitely gonna go for the Gyro Ball here. Tyranitar is usually pretty fast. 32% health. I'll take it, I'll take it. It was a Zoroark. It was never Tyranitar. That explains the Shadow Sneak. They're gonna try to Shadow Sneak us again, which is gonna be a little annoying. Luckily for us, we do have pretty good defense. Yep. I mean, it still did a bit of damage for them, so good on them, good on them. So we do know they have a Tyranitar on the team. Unfortunately for us, they're probably not gonna send it out. They are sending it out. Okay. That's something. They could be stalling the Trick Room, thinking that we're gonna go for an Earthquake or something. It's a Mega Tyranitar. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I would have saved it for when the sand goes away, but hey, you do you. Here comes the Gyro Ball. Didn't do a whole lot. Didn't do a whole lot. We did get a physical attack down, so that might have something to do with it. Unfortunately for us, the Twisted Dimensions disappears. Well, is it good or is it bad? We lock into Iron Head here, I think. We're just gonna die to Earthquake anyways. We lock into Iron Head, I think. Head Smash is neutral, though. We don't know what their last Pokemon is. Can we... There's no way to check, like, what their last Pokemon is there? No, there is. Okay. So, there's still a chance that it's a Charizard or Dragonite that their last Pokemon comes out. Maybe we do use Head Smash. There it goes. Hopefully we kill. No, that's unfortunate. There's the recoil, and then the Earthquake takes us out. Oh, they go for the Dragon Dance. That's crazy. They probably outspeed us now. Unfortunately, we are gonna take... No, we still have speed! That's nuts. Okay, we took it out. But if their last Pokemon is the Dragonite, it probably has multi-scale still. So, we're doomed. If it's a Starmie, we have a chance. It depends on how fast the Mega Starmie is. And how frail it actually is. Did they no, they Mega the Tyranitar. That Echo Jet hurt, by the way. Is it a double kill? Do we win? Do we win or do we lose? Because we take the recoil damage, right? Is it a draw? Do we end in a draw? Bro, that sucks if we end in a draw. I guess we... You defeated Chew! Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. We dealt the killing blow. I think this already happened to us. Where the opponent used a recoil move. And they ended up winning instead of a draw, even though we both fainted. That's nuts. I'll take that. I'll take that. I think we're gonna end it here. Like I said, we have 2 blips. That is technically 1 step forward to trying to get into Ultra Ball. So yeah. As always, I've been Free99. You've all been amazing. We'll see you on the series finale.